Hey, I'm Dylan.
And I'm Cassie.
And welcome to the Discover Universal podcast. And today I have a disclaimer because if you are hungry, you better figure that out because we're talking about Universal Epic Universe food and beverage, right?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So if you're hungry, maybe pause this episode, go grab a snack, bring it back, eat that snack while you listen to this episode or watch with us here. But before we dive into that, we got to bring Michelle in for this conversation.
Hi.
Hey, Michelle.
Hey, it's Michelle.
I'm here. Hi.
Okay, first, let's talk about our favorite foods. Just overall, what do we typically go for? So for a meal, what's that cuisine you're grabbing for typically?
That's a tough question because there's so many.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm a comfort food guy. So, I like pizza, wings, fries, things like that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with a burger. Let's keep it simple.
Okay.
By simple, I mean all the toppings possible.
All the toppings.
Yeah. All of them. Bacon jam, lettuce,
so
arugula,
fancy.
Whatever. Let's go.
Arugula.
Pepper jack cheese is
not just a romaine.
Yeah.
You love pepper jack.
I love pepper jack cheese, which I know you like cheese.
I love cheese.
What about you?
I'm typically going for Asian food. So Thai takeout is my go-to multiple times a week. I love Thai. I love sushi, which I know Michelle loves sushi as well. And that's my go-to. But I'll go for pizza. I'll go for literally anything depending on my mood. But Asian is probably the top option there. What about you, Michelle?
Wait, can I guess it? Because just because I know?
Go
or I
for it.
pretend to not know?
Do you know?
Is it salmon?
I love salmon.
Salmon and cheese.
Salmon. I love salmon in like any form, whether it's like a dish or to your point, sushi. I love sushi. I also love Asian food as well. But like salmon is my go-to.
Salmon's your go-to?
Yeah.
So Atlantic restaurant, you're going to be there.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
We have a lot of seafood options across Universal Epic Universe, including one at How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk. But you mentioned Atlantic, which I know there's a number of different restaurants I'm most looking forward to, but that is near the top of the list for me.
Yeah. For me, it's the Blue Dragon Pan Asian restaurant.
Okay. Yeah. Also at Celestial Park.
Yeah, the double fried Korean wings, man. Double fried for one. Two, it's a comfort food because it's chicken wings. Yeah. Let's do it. I'm in.
Yeah. They have the snowflake pot stickers, which I'm a huge pot stickers fan. And so I'm going to be going for that there.
Steamed or fried?
Both.
Both. Okay.
Gotta do both.
Valid. I understand.
Yeah. Well, all throughout these worlds, we have a number of different options, really for anyone. So mentioning Atlantic, for example, even if you don't like seafood, there's going to be options for you there at that restaurant. And I think that's the beauty of our parks here is we literally have something for everyone. And Universal Epic Universe is no exception. Yeah.
And we have a chef coming on to hopefully enlighten us on some of those dishes, right?
Yeah. Chef Jens. I hear he's bringing some dishes for us to try, which is pretty special that we get to try some treats from Universal Epic Universe before everyone. So we'll bring him in. He'll tell us all about the dishes, all about the restaurants, the drinks as well that we can experience.
Yeah.
I'm excited to learn more.
I'm super excited to learn more. All right, let's get him in here.
Chef Jens, welcome to the show. How are you?
Fantastic. Great to be here.
Yes, we're so excited to get to know you, the food program at Epic Universe. Can you just tell us first a little bit about yourself?
Sure. My name is Jens Dahlmann, Vice President of Culinary Operations at Universal Orlando Resort. I joined the company about a year and a half ago and really went right into the finishing of the food program developing here for Epic Universe, which has been a great challenge. And prior to that, I traveled the world, really, as you can hear. My accent is not from Florida.
I thought it was close. But.
Born and raised in Germany, third generation chef, in the industry now for over 35 years. And really lucky to be in that industry and I was able to travel the world and, bring different experience actually now back to Epic, because Epic is very diverse and international inspired. And it's great that I'm able to pull from those experiences as well and fine tune the offer for Epic.
Yeah. And so I have two questions, actually. First, can I call you chef?
Sure.
Okay. We're going with chef. Two, I know you're decorated in the culinary arts, but do you have a go-to food that is your favorite, or a dish or something that is like just your thing?
I mean, it's always a tough one. I'm an emotional eater. I feel like I want to eat a certain cuisine. When it gets colder, I definitely get drawn to soups and broths. But I think a comfort food right now for me, probably over the last 10 years, it's dim sum. It's especially I'm really a sucker for a good soup dumpling, xiaolongbao with a little chili oil and black vinegar. It just puts me always in a happy place.
Yeah.
But again, it's good food is good food, and that's again, Universal as well. That's what makes Universal so great, because we have something for everybody. Especially with Epic coming up, we're going to have some soup dumplings too soon.
Yeah, Universal Epic's got this.
I know. I was just going to say, we looked at some of the menus for Universal Epic Universe and saw those on there, and I know I got excited about seeing those on the menu.
I have a list.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. Well, speaking of that, tell us a little bit about the food program just overall at Universal Epic Universe. What can we expect inside the park?
Yeah, I think if you look at Universal Orlando Resort current state, I mean, already we have made such great improvements over the past 10 years. Taken some of the concepts over, and if it's City Walk and rebranding those, I mean, good examples are Big Fire, Vivo. I mean, it's just really great restaurants where we do real fresh ingredients, scratch cooking in front of our guests in show kitchens. As well in the park environment, the company still invests so much money into our current operations. If you think what we did with Minions Cafe over the past year, the retheming of that, making it direct to table, really fast casual. I mean, the food is full service quality, but it's a quick service environment. So I think we're always trying to enhance our food program and enhance the guest experience. Of course, what's coming up in Epic, we are taking it up another notch. And it's really amazing to see the job, the creative team, the culinary team, the entire universe really was holding hand to elevate the guest experience yet another time. Because it's fantastic to tell great stories in the worlds. And the guests getting lost in it. But I truly feel that with Epic, the restaurants and the food becomes an integral part of the storytelling.
Yeah.
Because they're just gorgeous. I mean, I was lucky enough to walk in some of those restaurants, and it's mind-blowing. Our job is now to really back it up with the food that's coming out of the kitchen as well, and I feel great about that.
Yeah. So within Universal Epic Universe, obviously we have all these worlds. What were some of the inspirations behind some dishes that you maybe be excited about?
Yeah, so in the worlds, I mean, I think there's, we have 5 different worlds, so we have to kind of stay organized, because within this world, there's so many different restaurants as well. But it's the overall story of, the Celestial Park, the Epic Universe. So if you talk about Celestial Park, it's really, we kind of approach the food, something is some is specific to a place. So you have Pizza Moon. So you're definitely Italian inspired. But still, we want to make sure it's not just a basic pizza. Pizza Moon is, I call it a pizza church. It's this massive building with 3 beautiful pizza ovens.
So beautiful, yeah.
And it feels like a pilgrimage. You make a pilgrimage for pizza. So we want to make sure the pizza represents that. So we have some really unique pies. I know one is an ube crust. So it's kind of, to do the kind of outer worldy experience, it's going to be fantastic pizza. You're going to find some of your favorite flavors, but there's always a unique spin to it. One of my favorite is we have a beautiful, like the giant mushroom pie. It's amazing. I mean, it's a pizza crust.
Some man is not your head
so
like that's
great.
the one.
It has thinly shaved mushrooms, truffle aioli. It's the pizza crust we make from scratch every day. So it's just really it rivals the best pizzerias in the city in New York. So I'm really proud of that. And other places like Blue Dragon. I love Asian food for sure.
Blue Dragon Pan Asian restaurant?
Yeah, the Blue Dragon Pan Asian restaurant. That's definitely one I got really, really deeply involved, because it's a passion of mine. And I want to make sure the food really is comparable to what you would see in New York City, Chinatown right now, and Los Angeles. I'm pulling flavors from Xi'an, Szechuan, Thai, Japanese, Korean.
That one. The double fried Korean wings. I saw that one. That's the one.
So it's really, it's just great food. And the setting, the dining room. I mean, granted, that restaurant is not quite finished yet, but it's just going to be fantastic with neon dragons, beautiful costumes, the table settings, the food, the plateware. It's just truly a well thought through package, and we're going to bring it to life.
Yeah. How about Atlantic too? Because this is one that we're going to be first in line.
Yes, because there's one dish that's on my... I feel like we have the same dish.
Okay.
Prince Edward mussels.
Yes.
Okay.
Prince Edward Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very...
So tell us about it. Tell us about Atlantic a little bit.
I mean, Atlantic, it's a beauty. I mean, you're sitting in this fish tank, early 1900 fish tank with fish floating around in the air above you. You oversee Neptune's fountains. And there's no better place in the entire park just to see the beauty of the park. And we're trying to match it with our food offer, of course. So Atlantic is definitely our top tier restaurant. And the food is just really well thought through. The chef who's going to be in charge, he is very skilled too and can really see it all the way through. One of my favorite dishes there is actually the sea bass.
I was just
There's a sea bass with a
that,
carrot mochi. Then has a lemongrass broth. It's just fantastic.
Delicious.
The Prince Edward mussels are fantastic. Don't get me wrong. I love some good mussels, but I think the sea bass is one of those dishes that really speaks the language of the restaurant.
Yeah, and I actually don't eat a whole lot of seafood. Are there any options for people who don't eat a whole lot of that?
Yes, so we have some steak options as well. Of course, chicken, poultry options, vegan options. We always have something for everybody, but I think the overall theme is definitely seafood forward. So you have tuna tartars, mussels, scallops, sea bass, but we always have some great meats as well.
But that's the cool thing about Celestial Park itself is there's so many different options.
There's a ton.
We
I
were
was
going
looking
through
on
the
list,
menus.
I was like, that's plenty.
Yeah, so there's literally something for everyone there. If you like pizza, if you like seafood, if you like Asian food.
If you like great barbecue, Oak and Star.
Exactly,
we called it, when we had our tastings with our senior leadership, we kind of said it's out of the world barbecue because it's not only smoked meats, it's grilled meats as well. Right. So we try to pull inspiration from the global barbecue scene, really, and pull a little Brazilian, a little Argentinian, American.
How are you smoking a brisket for 14 hours? How is that working?
It's called overnight.
Yeah.
So all the meats will be fabricated right in the building. We have 2 giant smokers in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you can always have one going and one holding, kind of. So we feel good about that. We have some very skilled culinarians on deck as well to help us with that. But it's great to have use char grilling, use smoking. Use direct heat grilling in this environment. Again, the dining room is this beautiful setting with great bars and great food.
Oak and Star Tavern lives up to the name, huh?
Yeah.
Yep, for sure. It's a celestial roadhouse. That's what we call it. Yeah.
Ooh, say that one more time.
A celestial roadhouse.
Okay, you can copyright that. We'll take that. Yeah.
So, Chef, tell us too about Meteor Astropub. What can we expect there?
Yeah. So Meteor Astropub, it's kind of like a gastropub, so we cut the G off it. So it is definitely a very approachable food. So I think when you look at our theme park portfolio, we want to make sure we have something for everybody too. Some concepts might be a little bit pushed out or very ethnic, and so I think this is something we have for guests of all ages and who have maybe a more basic palate. But again, we want to make sure. We gotta sell burgers in our park, and there's no question. I love a good hamburger.
Yes.
But just really making sure we have great hamburgers, and I think Astropub, Meteor, we're gonna be able to do that. We have a beautiful kitchen. We're gonna have Angus beef, freshly cooked to order, on house-made buns. Because that's a fun fact too. Probably nobody knows that. Over 90% of the bread and buns we're using in the park, they're all made from scratch in our production kitchen.
I didn't
that's
know
really
that.
it's a fact we don't talk enough about. All desserts, all bread, soups, so everything is made from scratch by our team.
Well, now they know.
Now they
awesome.
know. So it's definitely something I'm very proud of.
Yeah.
And again, we're doing beautiful Angus beef on freshly baked buns, some great burger builds, but as well we have, a great fried chicken sandwich. We're going to have a vegan option, of course, a vegan dog, I think we have on the menu. So again, it's something for everybody. And it's elevating what we currently do, because the dining room is just spectacular. Yeah. So you can be in a really beautiful setting, and to get the food is brought to you because everything is going to be direct to table. So you don't have to stand in a queue. Like in a standard QSR to wait for your food, everything's going to be delivered to you. So it's really a time for our guests to just sit down, relax, break bread with your family and friends, have a good drink, and just move on.
Break freshly made bread.
Absolutely.
And buns.
And again, at Meteor, we're going to have some great beverage offerings in all of our restaurants, of course. We have, especially cocktails, especially in our full service at Atlantic and Blue Dragon, some really great cocktails.
If you're 21
and up.
If you're 21 up,
yeah.
So if you enjoy bourbon or vodka, if you're old enough to drink it, that's fantastic. If you like mocktails, we have that too. Beer, wine pairings. Our beverage team, Josh Frank has done really a great job to, again, do the storytelling to the beverage as well. We always do storytelling through food, but he does the same with the beverage. And if you go to other worlds and you have meats and ciders and ales, and it's just fantastic.
Yeah, I love this focus in Celestial Park too of sit-down restaurants, as you mentioned, just because I feel like for me, Celestial Park is going to be the place where I go and just relax and take a book and sit outside and then go have a meal. And so I love this kind of easygoing essence to that area, and that's infused in the food as well.
It's just such a gorgeous place.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to slow down a little bit. And some restaurants have great patio areas too, where you can sit outside, and there's where we have some great card offerings too. I mean, if you look at the overall portfolio of Epic Universe, we have 2 full service right now, 8 direct to table, then we have 8 bars and another 10 cards. So it's a really unique food offer, and even the cards are pushed out. We have Comet Dogs, and it's really unique hot dogs. It's not what you would expect. It's out of the world hot dogs in a way. I know we have a birria hot dog, for example. So it's a hot dog that has the seasonings of birria in the sausage itself.
So great.
And then we top it with like grilled pineapple, salsa verde. It's taken even the hot dog game to the next level.
My gosh.
Of course, we're going to have a basic hot dog as well, but I think it's really and there's several different builds we have just alone in Comet Dog, which is really fun.
Something for everyone.
Something for everyone. Now, this one, hey, cut it if you want. That's okay. I have to know. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Yes, I went there. Yeah. Hey.
I mean, it is a handheld in a way, huh?
But it's not a sandwich?
Not a sandwich.
Oh, yes.
What would you call it? It's its own thing?
It's a hot dog.
Oh, God. It's a hot dog. Yeah, it's a hot dog. It's a hot dog.
So, Chef, we talked about Celestial Park and all the amazing food offerings they have there. But can we talk about some of the worlds, like Dark Universe, and some of the food offerings in there? Like, what's in store over there?
Sure, let's go. Let's go to the portal.
Let's
go to Dark Universe, to Darkmoor. Dark Universe, it's what an amazing experience that is going to be. I was actually amazed how deep and how dark we actually went in this universe, because we're still a family-friendly park. But food-wise, we have 3 outlets really. We have Das Steakhaus, and it's not steak, like, cutting a steak. It's steak in the heart.
I figured.
It's just really a gorgeous restaurant. Blood red floors and dead people on the walls and
yum,
pretty gory. And the food, it's kind of inspired a little bit by Dracula and the darkness of that, because if you look at him, he's eating his familiars. So that's really the story. Our research and development team, because we have I need to definitely give a lot of kudos to the team, because they're diving so deep into the storytelling of each world and each restaurant they develop, and read the stories and watch the movie and trying to pull out whatever they can pull out. Items like the Darkmoor wings and all those things. It's just
the Darkmoor black wings are the ones that the one that I looked at. I'm like, first of all, how? Second of all, sounds delicious.
So I think the Steakhouse is definitely going to be a destination for great draft beers and really great food. And another fun location I really love, it's the Burning Blade Tavern. It's right under the windmill, under the burning windmill. You have this little tiny, almost hidden away bar, call it. That's where all the vampire hunters hang out and have a pint and just celebrate their yield. It's that menu is very small and focused, but one of my favorite items we have there is it's a charred loaded baked potato. So it's a baked potato and it's rolled in like char seasoning and spices, so it looks almost black, and then it's just filled with really nice bacon.
Michelle likes baked potatoes.
It's just such a simple dish, but it's we're tying it into the story. It's just really fun, and it's food that's easy to eat with a pint of beer, and it's quick to go.
Yeah. Oh, yum. Also, going back to the other restaurant for a second, too, steak on a steak, right? So technically we do have steak.
We do
right?
have meat on a steak for sure.
Meat on a steak, okay.
Yeah, so we have several interpretations of that, of having just cured meat on a steak. And if it's chicken or beef. It's just really, we're having fun with the words.
So at Das Steakhouse, can you tell me about the Red Velvet Death? Because that is an awesome name to start.
And it looks even better.
Yes.
So that's actually, it's a beautiful red velvet cake in the shape of a coffin.
Yeah.
And it's sitting in some cookie crumb with some little maggots in there as well. So
not real maggots, right?
Of course, it's puffed rice.
Delicious maggots.
But it's just to really tell the story. It looks like a beautiful graveyard with a coffin and some worms running around. So again, it's just very creative. And in the dark universe, our chef team was really allowed to just go out there a little bit and be a little bit more gory. And you know, this one dessert is a panna cotta, and the shape looks like a brain when you eat it. So it jiggles and it looks like a brain when you eat it. So it's again, we are allowed, and we're embracing it for sure.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole point. When you walk into Dark Universe, you're kind of welcomed into this dark and eerie environment. Yeah. So it only makes sense to have the food match that.
Yeah, and we're trying to. I mean, it's really, food has become part of the storytelling.
Yes.
And I mean, if you allow us to do that and be part of the story, because I mean, all the menus, if I look at my research development team, I mean, led by Chef Robert Martinez and Chris Colon, I mean, they're talking to the creatives, the people who design the rides, who work in the lands, who create all those experiences. And in the tastings, we're together, brainstorming how we could make it even better.
Wow.
I think that collaboration, it's really powerful. And that can be only done in companies like Universal, because it's this brain trust. We're all together. We're all working for the same company for a common goal. And that's great.
Yeah, cohesive storytelling is important to the guest for sure. Okay, so pivoting into How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk, a very different setting there than Dark Universe. What can we experience food-wise in that land?
Yeah, at Isle of Berk, it was such a fun theme for me. I think going back to my European roots, and it's going like a little Viking story. And just the movie is so cute and adorable. Yeah. And the land that was created, it's just fantastic. It really pulls you into the movies. And Mead Hall is our flagship restaurant over there, and it's a Viking feast. So it's a town hall of Berk, and that's where everybody comes together to gather a great meal and a pint of meat. So we have from a beverage program, we have great meats, we got ales, and then we have food that really goes with it. And the food is inspired by Nordic cuisine in a way, so it's really, really nice. So we have a take on a Swedish meatball in a way. I mean, it's just really, because it fits well for our little guest and our regular guest. We have a big shareable Viking feast where you get grilled salmon and roasted potatoes and roasted root vegetables and meats, and then everything is a little bit larger. So we have actually a sous vide turkey wing, which you can eat just holding your hand and you gnaw on it. So
very Viking-like.
Yeah, just Viking-like. We want to be a little bit bigger out there, and it's just really nice. I think the grilled salmon, Hiccup's grilled salmon, is probably one of my favorite dishes.
Yeah.
Again, it's a pastrami seasoned salmon, which is roasted. And then it's served with some beautiful root vegetables, a baked potato that is filled with like a garlic herb butter, gets topped with a fennel and dill sauce. It's just so good when it all comes together. And the inspiration of this was really taken from a scene in the movie when they first met, Toothless and Hiccup. You kind of feed them a fish. That's why we call it like Hiccup's salmon.
Oh my gosh,
just to kind of pay homage to the movie. And that food is it's really uniquely different. It has a different flavor profile. It's very clean, fresh. I really love it. It's unexpected.
Yeah.
And it's unexpectedly good.
Yeah, it looks so hearty and delicious and warm and cozy.
Cozy is the word.
I'm excited to eat there. It looks so good. Tell us too, we have mac and cheese cones inside How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk. I want to hear more about those because those look fantastic.
Yeah, so we have 2 additional outlets at Isle of Berk. So we have Hooligans Grog and Gruel, and that is the home of the mac and cheese cones. So again, it's making sure, because guests in there, you're going to see a lot of families with young children. So we want to make sure we have something for everybody. And those are really, if you know a trapezzino, it's like an Italian sandwich, like a triangle with stuff. So that was kind of the inspiration behind this one. So we have a beautiful fluffy bread, which we bake in house, of course. And then we kind of carve it out a little bit, and we put different flavored mac and cheese in there. So I think the basic one, there's one with pulled pork, there's one basic one for the children with like little goldfish and mac and cheese. Cute. But it's handheld. It has this beautiful, cute sleeves that's kind of designed after the flags in the world. I think it's going to be really a great item for all the guests.
Yeah, the pulled pork one sounds like it sounds like my alley.
I need to try all of them. It sounds walkable too, so Absolutely. It's a good kind of grab and go option versus sitting at meat hall if you want kind of a slower meal, right? And still fast at the same time if you want it to. So that's a nice option.
Think of Crepe, Central Park Crepe, just easy, handheld. We can move on. And then we have Spitfire Grill at Isle of Berk as well, which is it's really great concept of grilled meats and on hearty grain bowls or salads, so you can kind of create your own bowl, and that gives you really high quality, freshly made in a walkable format as well.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and jump into the next world. We have Super Nintendo World. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I would love to for sure. So, I mean, Super Nintendo World is fantastic IP to work with. I mean, there's stories and there's so many emotional connection to this brand as well. Items like the Super Mario burger. We have Luigi's burger. Of course, we have to have them in Toadstool Cafe. And then, of course, iconic salads like our Piranha Plant Caprese. If you played the games, it takes you right there. I mean, you're in the Mushroom Kingdom, and this is definitely part of the story.
So I am a nerd for this lore here. Tell me about the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic. What are some dishes or some things that we should be excited about?
I mean, this was, for our culinary team, this was a delight.
Yes.
I mean, we love what we do over here. I think to give us French food to play with. I mean, for us chefs, we were giddy. I mean, this whole experience, it really takes you to the early 1900s, the streets of Paris. And to see the restaurants our creative team has designed and really given us to play with, it just blew our minds. So we took a fantastic approach of making sure the food we create for these restaurants is really representative of the culture of France, and especially classical French dishes. So we truly had a blast. I mean, you can find, of course, we have crepes and we have galettes, we have freshly baked viennoiserie, so freshly baked croissants, pain au chocolat, all of those things. We actually add Café L'air de la Sirène, which is our flagship, but right as you enter on your left.
Thank you for saying that for us. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. It's this beautiful gilded brasserie. When I walked in the first time, it really took me right back. I've been to Paris several times, and it takes you really right back there. And it doesn't feel like it's a direct-to-table restaurant. It feels really like a fancy,
like fine dining,
like a fine dining restaurant. But and the food even is presented on those beautiful plates. It's
the
proper
so
plateware. And again, like I said, the food, we're really trying to enhance the guest experience with every bite, to live up to what was given to us, the world. I mean, simple things like a jambon beurre. It's a ham and cheese sandwich, really very traditional. But we want to make sure that the bread you get, it has crunch and it eats like a French baguette. So that's really the promise we're going to give our guests. It's going to transport you to Paris. And what's more Parisian than a baguette? So we have freshly baked croissants and baguettes for breakfast. For our lunch and dinner menu, I mean, we have classics like beef bourguignon. We have chicken provençal. We have a salad niçoise. It's amazing. I mean, it's so gorgeous and it's so fresh, and it's just to expect that in a fast casual environment. I think that's really what our guests will be most surprised about, and the quality of food we will be executing in that setting. I mean, I think Café L'air de la Sirène, it's really one of those places. First of all, it transports you to Paris, and then you're going to get your mind blown with the quality of food we serve there.
Yes. My mind is already blown just looking at this. And we have a Butterbeer crepe in front of us, or in Wizarding Paris, we say
Butterbeer.
Thank you.
It's a Butterbeer crepe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and that is really it's a brand. It's a new item. So this only lives in our world here right now. So again, it's a freshly baked crepe. It has some cookie butter, bavarois with a pastry cream in there, and then it's topped with a butterbeer foam. A little caramel drizzle, a little shortbread cookie, and some fresh strawberries. Honestly, I only want to have a bite sometimes, but I finish the whole crepe every single time. It's just you can't stop. It's delicious.
Oh my gosh. Well, the cool thing too about the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, really across our parks, is we have this thing among guests where we count the ways that butterbeer comes to life in the food. And this is just another one to add to the table here, quite literally. And I'm very excited about it. I think fans are going to love it.
This is going to do really, we don't have a crystal ball, but it's gonna do really well for us. It's really unique and it's just delicious. And that's just one of the restaurants we have at the Wizarding World. So I think if you think of Goblet Noir, which is a fantastic restaurant as well, feels very different. So because you're in a gilded brasserie and now you kind of find your way to Paris, you go down to Place de Cachet and you find this little auberge there, and it's you walk in there, and it feels a little bit darker, a little rougher, but that's a place where the dark wizards hang out, and that menu was really inspired by kind of more Eastern European, like Austrian. So Grindelwald actually inspired us from the storytelling.
Because, so that's why it's a little darker in there.
Yeah, so Grindelwald, because that's definitely the place where the dark wizards hang out, but as well, Grindelwald it's a pretty important part of the story, and he is Austrian. So we kind of went home to my culture here. So there we have schnitzels, and we have smoked sausages, and it's more hearty tavern food, but still just really, really delicious stuff. We have a knödel soup, so it's a chicken dumpling soup, which is almost.
I know you like dumplings.
Yeah.
So it's like our take on a matzo ball soup, but it's made with a bread knödel, and it's just delicious. I mean, the food, we have like great shareable feasts, some nice desserts, like a Black Forest cake kind of. So again, the team has done a fantastic job to tell another story within the same world, but a different feel.
Yeah.
So that's going to be one of those best kept secrets, I think, Goblet Noir. It's people going to love hanging out there.
Sounds like a nice balance to the delicacy of this restaurant too. So
what would Grindelwald eat? Like if he was there,
schnitzel, I'm
schnitzel?
sure.
Oh,
schnitzel, yeah.
That's what he would eat. Okay, sweet.
I think we should try this butterbeer crepe. What do you think?
I would love to.
I am very
staring
excited.
at it.
Okay.
You should
all right,
dive
we're gonna
in for
try
sure.
a bite
Okay.
here. And I love how there's this cookie on top that says bière à beurre. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So nice, fun little
If I can
touch
give you a
there.
tip, start at the tip.
Oh, okay.
all the goodies are
With
all
all
the
the
tip down there.
Okay.
Grab a strawberry, grab some of this cream. So you said the foam is butterbeer foam.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So again, you're gonna get the notes of butterscotch. So the drizzle is actually butterscotch drizzle, notes of shortbread, and then of course the top.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
It's darn good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it takes you. I mean, you have the first bite. It takes you directly to a place, and that place is Butterbeer, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
I mean,
it's a very unique flavor.
Can I say what I'm going to say?
Say what you're going to say.
I think this is my favorite form of butterbeer. I think so.
Yeah,
That's a bold
disagree.
statement, and it's hard to disagree.
It's very delicious.
That's just we're going for bite number 2, and you can't stop me. There's nothing you can do.
Only for breakfast or all day?
No, all day.
All day.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Okay.
So 3 times.
But the restaurant is open for breakfast, so we can pop in, grab this first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have savory crepes, and we have citron, like lemon flavored crepes, and we have the butterbeer crepe.
Well, I really appreciate how creative you all have been with this entire, these menus and these stories that you guys are choosing to tell. That's really amazing. So kudos to you and your team. Thank you.
Yeah, and we just talked about the tip of the iceberg. There's so much. there's so much more to explore. So
yeah, we'll just have to go for ourselves and eat our way around the world, quite literally. So I'm excited about that. Well, one thing I have to ask as well. Can we mobile order some of these different dishes?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. So we have mobile food order available in 8 of the 10
Okay.
restaurants.
Okay.
And of
Perfect.
course in the carts as well. So
Great. Good for a park day.
Yeah,
we love
that makes
that.
it easy because it seems like the list is long.
Yes.
So we got to make sure we're time efficient.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Chef, thank you so much for your time today. I'm personally a huge foodie, so this was so fun just to hear the process behind everything, how you're using food to tell a story throughout these worlds, and we can't wait to experience it in May of 2025.
Yeah.
Thank you to you
Thank
and
you
your
so
team
much.
for all the hard work.
Thank you,
Thank
Chef.
you.
I feel like I need to try every single dish that he was talking about.
I know. I have a very long list of
Yeah.
dishes to try. Yeah, Chef Jens was awesome. He was so good. As always, I love these interviews and just deep diving into Universal Epic Universe specifically is always such a blast.
And I appreciate how much they really thought about the stories within all these worlds to create these dishes.
Yeah,
everything's
everything's so heavily
behind that.
Right, everything's so heavily themed. It's fun, exciting, delicious, of course,
Yes.
as we saw.
Yeah.
It was very delicious. But it's about that time in the episode where we play a game. And we have a special guest to play our game with us. Amanda, our intern, is here. Hey,
Hello.
Amanda.
Hi.
So glad she's joining us. And Amanda, I have to call you out for your culinary background. So this is the perfect episode for you to be in.
Yes, I'm so excited to be here.
I know. Okay, well, Michelle has our game for us, and then we'll bring Amanda back for the game itself.
We've actually had a couple debates on the podcast already about certain things. So let's dive into food controversies.
Okay.
I will start with number 1. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Okay, on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Boom. Yes.
Are we really split?
Yes.
Oh my
But
gosh.
it is.
No, it is not.
Okay, hold on.
It comes in hoagie bread. You put the meat in the middle.
No.
Dylan,
Just
you
like
are
a
incorrect.
sandwich.
It's not two
It's
different
not a
pieces
sandwich.
of bread
It is
where
its
you.
own thing.
Yeah.
But a hoagie isn't always two
A
different
hot
pieces of
dog
bread.
is a
You're
hot
incorrect.
dog.
I am still questioning this, so I
Nothing
did say
else.
yes.
No.
I'm gonna
Okay,
change your.
okay.
I'm gonna change your.
Yeah.
Both
Change my
of your
mind? Okay,
opinions.
okay.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right, okay.
Absolutely not.
Crazy. All right.
Okay, next
Absolutely
question.
not.
Amanda, ask the
Okay.
next question.
What garnishes should be on a plate? Like if you're garnishing your meal,
Got
what
it.
garnish would you do?
Should be on a plate. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
That's good.
Microgreens.
Lemon.
Wait, what did you?
Yeah. Like if you're
Microgreens.
if you're eating
lemon.
seafood, you just put a little lemon.
And
on
that's
Yes.
useful.
I love-
You can use the
Yeah.
lemon.
The lemon.
Yeah. If you
like
have
lemon.
raw
The sauce
oysters.
count. I do a
charred
little.
lemon.
You charred lemon sauce.
Yeah. You having raw oysters or
Yeah.
just
What did
Yeah.
Cassie pick?
Agreed. I
did a little
Sauce
drizzle
or
of a
pars-
sauce.
or
That's
parsley?
good.
Or like
Yeah.
micro
Agreed.
And it's
cilantro
economy.
is so good.
I eat my lemons.
Yes, micro cilantro.
I eat the lemon whole.
Okay,
What?
next question. Does pineapple go on pizza?
I'm ready.
All right, ready?
I'm very curious about your responses on
All
this
right.
one.
Get ready.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
It's not right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
You don't have to like it, but it's
And-
but it's pizza is a housing unit.
it's not
Yes.
authentic
Yeah, yeah,
either.
yeah.
Like barbecue pizza, sorry, is not like real pizza.
Sure,
Like
sure,
barbecue
barbecue pizza.
Sorry.
Sure. Okay, Amanda, next question.
Okay. Smooth or chunky peanut butter?
She doesn't like peanut butter.
Whoa.
I do not like
Whoa.
peanut butter.
This was really interesting. Okay.
But I think if I did, I would do chunky.
So Amanda doesn't like peanut butter.
I do not.
Doesn't like
Dylan
peanut
went
butter. Doesn't
chunky.
like pizza.
Cassie said both, and I
I-
said smooth.
I can rock with both. It's fine.
I can also kind of rock with both, but like I gravitate towards smooth.
Yeah.
I
Same.
won't do both, but I understand why people like it.
I purchased
It's a nice little texture
smooth.
added to
Yeah.
it.
That's
Do you prefer your pizza? Really think about this question.
I will.
Do you like your pizza cold or scorching hot?
You only get those two options?
Yep.
Okay.
Not in the middle.
Ready?
Ready?
Yeah.
Set, go. Ooh.
Whoa.
Look at us.
Did you put burr?
So Amanda and I say cold, and we got
I mean,
two scorchings.
I mean, pizza's
just-
really
yeah.
good cold too. Like
I just
I'll-
love
Yeah,
cold.
when all the grease sets
I like
into
that.
the
Yeah,
cheese.
yeah.
I get it.
But also
But I don't want it cold.
hot pizza Yeah, not straight out of the fridge.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
If it's room temp,
what are we
could
doing?
eat it straight out of
me
the
too.
fridge. I'll eat it straight
If
out
I'm
of the
hungry,
fridge.
I'm hungry.
Oh my gosh, wow.
I prefer like a room temp pizza.
Same.
Okay.
Like
That's
I need
me.
it to just like
Okay.
be
Like,
chilled.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's why in between because
Yeah.
that's when the grease
Yeah.
sets and then so it's the
Exactly.
cheese
Yeah.
and has like it's
Give
not
it a few
falling off
minutes.
when you take your first bite.
Yep.
Is American cheese real cheese?
Go.
You guys are incorrect.
No,
Okay.
but I love cheese.
These are
Okay, so
incorrect.
so Amanda says yes.
American cheese is a processed cheese
It's
of multiple cheeses.
Okay,
Plastic.
so
No, ma'am.
so
it's
here's
not.
my question then: if you had this beautiful dinner planned and you
Yes,
were going to
sir.
make a charcuterie board, would
No.
American cheese be on there?
No.
No.
If it's
Egg.
on sale, absolutely.
It's on sale.
Amanda,
No, but
get
like-
out.
Amanda, okay.
What are you
Okay,
doing?
no.
She's
I think
brie or American cheese. We're
Oh
going
my
American.
gosh.
American. Okay. How do you slice a sandwich? Diagonally, horizontal.
Okay, ready, set, go. Oh, we got a photo here.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Okay,
Okay,
If
so
I didn't draw a
you see
photo.
half long ways.
Yeah.
Triangle, diagonal. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Am I the only one who
So-
cuts it just directly?
No,
Yeah,
I
we
wanted
did
it too.
I cut it straight down the middle, but my favorite sandwiches, like that I grew up, were like the little triangles. I love
Yeah.
the
Is
little
that like a
triangles.
grilled
That's
cheese
that's
like
a Cuban
that?
thing, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, I would have
Sure.
like it would be like mayo and like cheese and ham, and we
Yeah.
just cut it into little triangles.
Yes, I know what you're
They're
talking about.
It was like
I mean, triangles
mayo
is the winner
mustard.
here, I think.
Yeah,
Except for you.
so I'm off the island.
Yeah, both.
What's your explanation for the triangles?
It's easier to eat.
Yeah.
You don't get it all over
Yeah,
your
yeah.
face and everything when
No,
you're
but
eating.
like, what if you eat like going down this way?
No.
What are you just biting right in the middle?
I have something better. What if
I'm
you just like
concerned.
picked it
No,
up like
you
this,
eat, you eat on the
part.
corner.
And just-
Yeah, corner.
bit it?
No.
What if you just did that?
For what?
It's too messy.
Yeah,
Pick it
you're
up and
free
just-
to be a mess.
Like your hot dogs.
Yeah, I ate my hot dogs from the middle first. Like
course
I
you
put
do.
it long
Please don't.
ways and
Please don't.
I do it like I was corn on the
Oh
cob.
gosh.
course you do.
Oh my word.
All right.
So now that we know each other a lot better, do you want to get into the take 5?
Yeah, we got to make sure we also know all these facts from today as well. So
That's true.
Let's
Yeah.
do it. Let's bring in that take 5 and recap what we learned today.
Sounds like a plan. Number 5, some of the inspiration behind the new cuisines at Universal Epic Universe. Some of it is international, but there's also a lot of them that come from these stories within all these worlds. That's going to be really interesting to see how they plate them and how they taste and all the things that go with that.
Number 4, new beverages at Universal Epic Universe. For our friends 21 and up, I'm most looking forward to the Atlantic Americano at Atlantic and Celestial Park, and also the Yak Nog at How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk.
Number 3, new snacks coming to Universal Epic Universe. Now, I'm personally excited for the Red Velvet Death at Das Steakhouse, but I know you're excited for something else, Cassie. What was that?
Yeah, the cones at How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk. Mac and cheese filled. They look absolutely delicious.
I'm super excited for that one.
Number 2, new restaurants coming to Universal Epic Universe. There are plenty of different offerings and all different cuisines and styles depending on what you're into. And I know you can find me at Celestial Park eating at the restaurants there.
Number 1, Universal Epic Universe is opening May 22nd, 2025. So all these dishes are coming real soon,
Yes.
right? I'm super, super jazzed about trying every single one of these pieces.
I know we have a lot to take on there.
Yeah.
But we got to get started there in late May as soon as the park opens. But Dylan, thanks as always for being here with me today.
Thank you, Cassie.
Yes, thank you to our amazing team. Thank you to Chef Jens for joining us today. And thank you for watching this episode. We'd love to know your controversial food takes. So let us know in the comments below. And you can get your tickets to Universal Epic Universe now, opening May 22nd, 2025. We'll see you there.
Michelle, what's your favorite cheese? You didn't tell us.
I really love cheese.
She's like, I don't care what kind it is.
Cheese.